Hey everyone, this is Sociopathic Otter here with some more Fossil Fighters Champions. This should be pretty entertaining, to say the least. Okay, well, my character's walking, so I suppose I'm going the right direction. Hey! Todd's over his tuna fish sandwich now. Well, we've gone a long way already. Just the wind, that's it. It's the wind. Or a wild boar, that would be okay too. Dude, the tuna fish is addling Todd's brains now. That's kind of sketchy. Or, it could be a monster. Did he just call me a monster? Because that's kind of insulting. Amazingly charming and beautiful. Very nice. Wow, what a theme song. I really like this. She's gonna be the biggest teen idol in the whole world. Okay, are the sparkles really necessary? How is that biologically possible? Is she crying and the tears are just coming out at like awkward angles? Or is it like sparkles? Or is it the mask? I don't know. People faint when I walk by. I'm serious. Alright, so there's a monster running rampant in the jungle, and it is not Pauline's mask. Alright, for sure. Pauline decided to come with me. Good stuff. So is Pauline going to heal my team? No, she won't even talk to me. What a companion. In Pokemon, they heal your team for you if you ask, you know. That's what makes it a great grind spot in Nuzlocke. Not that I would know. I've never beaten a Nuzlocke. The closest I've come is 4 gyms. And then I lost to Elisa, an electric-type gym leader, with a Sandile, which is immune to electric types. God, that story rankles me. The Remolga got a quick attack crit on me. How am I supposed to compete with that? I don't know, man. I get ragged on to this day. It's hard. Alright, so I could keep looking for fossil rocks here, but I'm getting kind of bored of that. How's my pack looking? Oh, there's one. Oh, okay. Maybe one more after that? Nope. Normally I have a pretty keen intuition about where these fossil rocks are. Well, I suppose I deserved that one. Really? There's nothing else? Come on, give me something. I'm not going to mine them or excavate them, but I am going to sell them. Yeah, who's the conservationist now, right? That's an interesting spin on the Nuzlocke idea, just that I'm a conservationist. That's why I only mine 2 per location. Also, sinister feeling fills the air. Are you prepared for battle? Sure, why not? And I know it's excited to see me. Dude, if more people had Pauline's confidence, I'm not sure if the world would be a better place or a worse place. Porque no los dos, though, right? Well, this is the deepest part of the jungle. I don't see a monster. Yeah, I was going to make a "have you ever seen a mirror, Pauline?" joke, but a little too late for that. Pauline just walks up to it and introduces herself, and the monster combusts like, nope, that mask is just too bad looking. The darn thing broke. Let's see if we can fix it. And Pauline's like, hey, wait a second, buddy. Haha, you're smarter than you look, girl. How do you know what she looks like? She's wearing a mask. Okay, in a way, monopolizing resources is kind of smart, but this is definitely kind of sketchy. Let's lock them up somewhere until they forget. Isn't this supposed to be a kids' competition? Like, what is going on? It may seem like a trivial detail, but the ability to combine the silly with the serious is, I think, a distinction that Fossil Fighters Champions creates, which I don't actually see in a lot of other RPGs. We see 2 NPCs who are threatening the protagonists because they want to monopolize resources for themselves and to win a children's competition, which is a whole other can of worms, because why they feel the need to do illegal actions in a game meant for children is beyond me. But it's also interesting how Fossil Fighters manages to take that ludicrous, kind of unusual plot point and apply it in a way that makes the game feel cohesive and make a unique, compelling experience from it. I suppose children's competitions need not necessarily be innocent, just look at Gon and Killua in the Hunter exam, but it is noteworthy still that Fossil Fighters manages to make the children's competitions a little more innocent, and yet combine those themes anyway in a way that's very interesting and gets people to play into more of the plot. So why this fighter is supposed to be a boss fight instead of just a random guy, I don't really know, but whatever. Alright, I'm just going to switch Crypto with Dimetro, and we're going to rock and roll with that. Okay, the battles really take a long time to load. I was going to add a sense of drama to this. I feel a mite silly. Yeah, exactly. Now punish them. That's questionable, Trip. Alright. The first thing to do is see which Vivasaur is worse over here, and then just kill that thing. This thing has less HP, so why not get rid of that? Dead? Not quite. It's gonna need a 2-hit KO. Alright, I'm kind of scared. Oh, evasion up. Okay, so maybe it was a good thing I actually went for the Nikto then. Anomalo? I'm assuming it's Anomalo, like Anomaly. So Anomalo twist. And Anomalo is pretty close to becoming an Anomaly because it'll be dead. That doesn't really make sense. There are a lot of other things that are dead. But that's okay. See, Crypto Fang and... Oh, each is 60, so it actually doesn't matter what I use. Which means you don't have a mother-in-law, Trip. Which means I would actually be better off just killing this thing and taking the loss. At this point, I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that one of the Otter Gang is going to pretty much die every battle, right? Because in 2 turns, they're going to deal a lot of hurt. So I gotta play my cards right and be kind of pragmatic. Or the CPU could be totally dumb and attack the wrong Vivasaur. I am more than okay with that. Let's start with a Dimetro Fang. Hopefully that'll bring it down to at least half, maybe 3/4. Or it could just kill outright. I'm very happy with that. Cool. So Anomalo isn't an anomaly. Or it is an anomaly because it's not dead. Good stuff. I'm glad the Otter Gang is actually alive after that confrontation. They are way too tough. I completely agree. And now we've got the Fossil Gang. The police coming in, right? But seriously, getting kids locked up because you want to win a children's competition, like the Fossil competition, that's just weird. Oh, we were making our own Vivasaurs. Off with their heads, you know what I mean? Alright, and that's that. We get a Hero's Welcome and another FP boost, I think. Or maybe that's after the second round. I'm not quite sure. What do? I think they get disqualified. So the bad guys lose, the Otter Gang survives. I think that's a pretty good day all around. Pretty great way to end off this little segment of the park. Also, how do people say the main character's name? Is it Otter? Is it 0TT3R? Is it OTT3R? I don't know. Not as good as me, of course, but pretty good. Maybe the confidence is stretching into overconfidence a little bit. The monster's right here! Oh my god. If you ever call me a monster again, I'll knock you out. Well, if you don't want to be called a monster, you should wear a mask. Dude, Todd bringing in the social commentary. The animosity between these two is hilarious. It's like teenage drama with Todd with his watermelon and his tuna fish, and Pauline with her mask and her unusually colored hair. Then again, I shouldn't be talking. Look at my hair. The broken monster will be recovered later. Probably best not to touch it. It's evidence. You can't tamper with the investigation. That's no fun. It's always like when Team Rocket asks you in Pokemon Red, like, would you like to join Team Rocket? I always scream at the screen, yes, I would. That would be an interesting game. And I'd like to do it in an official game and not with fan hacks or ROM hacks. As cool as fan hacks or ROM hacks are, they're not authentic. They're not the official thing. But the Rocket Grunt, being a collection of pixels that makes sense to my eye and not a real sentient being, has no real way to respond to that. I can go ahead and do some Frankensteinian cleaning, and after that, go ahead and take care of round 2 of this little tournament. This is pretty exciting. Does clean have something new for me? I guess not. Okay. So I've got 2 more fossils to clean for Jungle Labyrinth, so hopefully I'll be able to add to the otter gang, and there will be relatively less death going forward. I'll see you guys after I finish cleaning these and show off the results of hopefully what is a stronger team by the very end. And I interrupt this Frankensteinian process, or rather the end, to show off what the strongest Vivasaur in my team is going to be, barring Dimetro. This is super duper exciting. And that's Nigo. Woohoo! This is super duper nice, because now we're going to add the body fossil on top of the head fossil, and it's going to basically level up twice. Nigo is going to be super powerful, so I'm really glad that I got this from the inside of the Jungle Labyrinth. Alright. Looks nice. It knows the Link. I wonder if it knows Navi too. And it looks like it's got a pretty decent amount of health, a good amount of attack, good amount of whatever that target thing means, second from the bottom. And it supports the enemy's AZ, which is a little concerning, but at the very least it'll have the raw stats to help me out. Looks pretty nice. Alright, thanks Clean. That should be it. Wonderful. So now that I've performed all the kind of archaeological mysteries that this game has to offer, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell my other fossils and maybe see if I can upgrade something at the shop. Okay, I'm too lazy to excavate this jewel rock, so that's okay. Wonderful. I now have a decent amount of money. Alright, what else do I need? Do I want to buy any fossil rocks? That is useless. Although, maybe I could consider the shop as 2 separate encounters. That is definitely an idea. Alright, can I upgrade any tools? Maybe my sonar, because my sonar is pretty awful for right now. Ah, yes, I can get a monitor upgrade. That looks nice. Yes, 800 gold, which I have enough for. Woohoo! Even though maybe I'm not necessarily getting this communally and commercially sponsored, it is still nice that I have the meager funds to support even the slightest equipment upgrade. Wonderful. So I don't need any masks or anything, I'm out of here. Awesome. After a quick stop at the VMN, I think I should be able to go ahead and fight Rockin Billy, who will be my second round opponent, and it should be a pretty good time, so I can end off this Scooby-Doo conspiracy once and for all. Alright, let's go ahead and edit the Otter Gang. So we've got Crypto, which I think is a pretty strong contender in the AZ. We got Dimetro, of course, who's the team leader. He's seen so much death at this point. And we've got Anomaly, which, as an anomaly, heals LP and lifts status conditions, apparently. So, that's kind of interesting, but I think Nigo is going to make a better asset for my team. Hopefully it's long range. Perfect. So I can put it in the SZ, and we're just fine. Okay, Anomalo is going to go in my green section here. So they won't show up in battle, but at the very least, I can swap them in if I don't want Nigo for a specific battle, or if I feel like healing will be more useful in the fight to come. Wonderful. So that's that. Alright, excellent. And right now we're coming up on Rockin Billy. You know, Rockin Billy's hairstyle kind of reminds me of Knuckle from Monster Hunter, just because he's got the fro, and then he has this big bush of hair just kind of peeking out above his forehead, and I really find that interesting. That very grungy look kind of reminds me of Pulp Fiction, kind of reminds me of various things in Hunter x Hunter that Togashi references, but in general, I'm a huge fan of that hair. This is totally irrelevant to the plot in any way, shape, or form, but these characters from various anime have really cool hair, and it fits in with Rockin Billy's hair in general, so I thought I'd show that off. No analysis here, but these guys have sick hair, so that speaks for itself. And here he is, the man himself, in the flowing cape and the nice hair. You remember me there, Babalu? I'm not going to try to decipher what that means. Apparently, the Naruto main character is not a fan of that either. I'm the cat that told you about the vicious monster there. I got one thing to say. Grr. And it's in red, too. The text is personified. He's in cahoots with the Husgo, and it's gonna taste sweeter than Aunt Mabel's pecan pie. He's gonna boogie-woogie all over us. And a fiddle in a band. I caught that, too. So aside from the beautiful, beautiful dialogue, I feel like Fossil Fighters Champions does a great job giving its characters personality. Rockin Billy certainly formed an impression on me the first time I saw him. So my boys are going to commentate this, and my boy Trip Sarah is saying it's time to take Rockin Billy to the cleaners, which I very much agree with, but he might take me to the cleaners, so I've got to approach this somewhat intelligently. Okay, so Naigo is asleep on his very first turn, because I guess it's kind of like Regigigas with that slow start, so I'm going to try to get rid of it as quick as possible if I can. Okay, that's about half. The sleep effect is weakened, and I don't have any FP to do anything else, so that's going to be it. It's kind of like Regigigas getting over its early start, or its late start, by making it an early start. There's Paraku Punch, and Dimetro is going to take a reasonable amount of damage. Not too shabby. Even though it's technically useful that Dimetro absorbs FP, I'm actually not a big fan of it, because the last digit there isn't 0. It ends up being a 2, or a 4, or a 5, and that unreasonably bothers me. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of this Naigo with Dimetro. And that's one down. That's a scary one down. I don't have any FP to use skills, so that's going to be the turn. Alright, Rockin Billy's at max, which is scary, which means he'll get to use the best techniques possible. Dimetro's gonna take another beating. I'm really scared at this point, because we're below half. Oh no! And Raj is attacking it too. Okay, this is concerning. This is definitely a problem. The Otter Gang has taken a pretty severe blow here. Okay, I can Naijo spin, or I can Naijo stomp. Let me try a stomp. And that's a one-hit KO. Very nice. The loss of Dimetro is going to be very, very rough going forward, but hopefully Naigo can kind of step in a little bit. Bewilder Beam. Uh-oh. No! It's a critical! Okay, Crypto isn't dead yet. Oh no, what's it gonna Crypto Fang? It's gonna Crypto Fang the Parapu. That's okay. So, Crypto might actually die here if it gets targeted. I'm going to move Naigo. Whoops. That was actually the wrong way. It was a cheeseburger on stilts. That's a tall order, huh? That's pretty funny. Okay. Let's end the turn. And hopefully, Rockin Billy will make a questionable decision and go after Naigo. Which he didn't. For once, the CPU was actually legit. And I don't know what Parapu does, but it's really been proving me wrong. In terms of not walloping a punch. Okay. So, let's get into optimal striking distance here. And Naijo spin. Hopefully this should be enough to one-hit KO and end this bloodbath. Too many criticals. The Otter Gang scraped through on this one, but definitely a very rough victory. Okay, and we're here with Knuckle, who is taking away another 2 of the Otter Gang. Rockin Billy, that is. Knuckle is way cooler than this guy. Oh, possum spit. I love the interjections. I had to borrow these for real-life usage. That's enough, Rockin Billy. And now he's gonna get his just desserts for killing the Otter Gang. The corruption isn't really that important. Stop struggling. The monsters are already dead. Oh, he's talking to Rockin Billy. Never mind. Okay, that's that. So, at the cost of 2 of the Otter Gang, including Dimetro, who I probably put Chekhov's gun next to by saying, oh, he's seen a lot of death, that's the fight. So I should be getting an FP boost and a new Fossil Rock, I suppose. Excellent. Promoted to fighter level 3. That's quite good. So I get a little more FP, I get a little more recharge, and I get some really nice looking hair. That's that. Good luck in round 3. Awesome. I'm going to need good luck in round 3. Todd and his watermelon hat definitely weren't good enough good luck charms. Are we getting to go into kill one moment? We're not. And Pauline has won in her performance. That's pretty interesting. She still got the mask though. Maybe she just looked at her opponents and her opponent just, out of shock, collapsed. I really wouldn't be surprised. That mask scares me, and I've beaten this game twice. And humble too, because if you're not confident in yourself, the best thing you can do is give yourself compliments on attributes you don't even have. Very exciting philosophy here. I bet she's a total woofer under that thing. What constitutes a woofer exactly? Is it woof like she's attractive, or is it woof like she's a dog? I'm not entirely sure what Todd means there. We've got a heliport here too, which is sick. I always like this game's transport. Whoa! Alright, that wasn't really a Gon and Killua moment. That was more of Todd being overexcitable and me mourning the loss of the Otter Gang. So who isn't dead here? I should have a better mnemonic for this. I know Naigo isn't dead, and I know Nomolo isn't dead. So the Otter Gang has seen better days, let's put it that way. We'll put Naigo in here, and we'll put Nomolo in here. I do think I'll be able to come back, because we've got the third dig site of Mount Krakenak coming up by helicopter. So, hopefully in that part I'll be able to restore the Otter Gang, maybe even find a T-Rex, because I know I find those there. But for this part, I think we ought to leave it be. In memoriam of Dimetro and, goodness gracious, what else died? Crypto. I'm very sensitive towards my monsters, I swear. I think we ought to call it a part. So, after having been completely obliterated by Rockin Billy, and actually having finished off this chunk of the game, I think this is a pretty great place to stop for this part. So that's pretty much it. I think I made quite a bit of progress in terms of finishing off Jungle Labyrinth, defeating Rockin Billy, and experiencing death for the umpteenth time this game. It was kind of fun to solve the Scooby-Doo case, and then it was kind of demoralizing to have all my monsters die. And now it's kind of exciting because Mount Krakenak, another dig site, is coming up, and Mount Krakenak has got T-Rexes. So, all in all, it should be pretty exciting going forward. That's pretty much it. If you liked the video, maybe consider liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, all that jazz. That's pretty much all I have to say here. Peace.